Peppa Pig and the Lost Christmas List. It is almost Christmas, and Peppa Pig and her little brother George are mailing their letters to Santa. Peppa's friends are there too. "What are you asking for?" asks Peppa. "I'd like a scooter," says Susie. "I've asked Santa for a toy spaceship," says Danny. "A toy mouse for me, please," says Emily. Rebecca wants a trumpet. Zoe has asked Santa for a ball and paddle toy. And Candy is hoping for a jump rope. Meow. Pedro would like a guitar. The next day, Mammy and Daddy Pig, Peppa and George go to Miss Rabbit's farm to find the perfect Christmas tree. They look at little ones. "Bigger," says Daddy Pig. They look at medium-sized ones. "Bigger," says Daddy Pig. They look at the biggest tree at the farm. "Perfect," says Daddy Pig. The tree is very big. Daddy Pig's car is quite small. "No worries, I'll carry it home," he says. Peppa, George and Mammy Pig wait a very long time for Daddy Pig. Finally they see him coming slowly up the hill. Daddy Pig needs a rest. It's time to decorate. Mammy Pig puts the lights on first. Peppa adds the garland. George hangs some Christmas ornaments. Then Daddy Pig reaches way up high to put a star on the top. "The tree is beautiful." Peppa sings a Christmas tree song. "Little star on the Christmas tree, twinkle, 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 twinkle. All the little piggies on Christmas Eve go oink, 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 oink." "Daddy," asked Peppa, "why does Santa come down the chimney? Why doesn't he just use the front door?" "Good question, Peppa. If you see him, you should ask. But Santa won't come unless you're asleep. So up to bed you go." "George, let's stay awake all night and see Santa," Peppa says. But George is fast asleep. "Well, I'm going to stay awake by myself." Soon, Peppa is fast asleep too. "Ho, ho, ho, ho. It's windy up here." Santa checks his list and then squeezes down the chimney. It's a tight fit. Santa is surprised to see two little pigs. "It's me, Peppa. This is my little brother George." "I am very pleased to meet you," says Santa. "Are those our presents?" asked Peppa. "They might be, but you'll have to wait until morning to find out." "Santa, how do you know what presents to give everyone?" asked Peppa. "Well, I have a list. It's right here." "Oh, it was right here. Oh dear, what has happened to my list? I've lost it. How will I know who gets which presents?" "I can help," says Peppa. "Danny wants a toy spaceship. Emily wants a toy mouse. A scooter, please, for Susie. Rebecca would like a trumpet. Candy wants a jump rope. Zoe asked for a ball and paddle toy. And Pedro would like a guitar." "Thank you, Peppa Pig," says Santa. "You remembered everything on the lost Christmas list. You've saved the day. I must hurry now. Santa looks up the chimney. I guess I'll have to squeeze up there again.
Why don't you use the front door?
Asked Peppa. By golly, what a good idea. On Christmas morning, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig wake Peppa and George.
Daddy, Mummy, we saw Santa,
says Peppa.
and look, he left us presents.
George has a toy train. Peppa has a yo-yo. Peppa's friends arrive. They got presents they asked for too. Merry Christmas! Ho 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 ho! The end. Peppa Pig, Stomp and Roar. Miss Rabbit is taking everyone on a day out. We're here, she calls as she stops the bus. Welcome to Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Park, booms Grampy Rabbit. But real dinosaurs
Died out 65 million years ago,
says Edmund Elephant. Yes, so we've got singing dinosaurs, says Grampy Rabbit proudly.
They're a bit small,
says Peppa. Well, we've got a real whopper of a dinosaur too, adds Grampy Rabbit. Come on, let's follow its footprints. Grampy Rabbit leads them to an enormous dinosaur slide.
Whee!
Cries Peppa. Are you ready for even more adventure? Asks Grampy Rabbit. Yes, everyone shouts. Now we have to find a giant dinosaur egg, says Grampy Rabbit. Freddy Fox quickly tracks it down with his excellent sense of smell.
Is it real?
Asked Peppa. It's better than real. It's pretend, replies Grampy Rabbit. At the end of the day, Grampy Rabbit asks everyone to sing a special song. Copy me, he shouts. Do the stomp, do the dinosaur stomp, do the roar, do the dinosaur roar. Stomp, 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 roar, roar, roar. Grampy Rabbit's Dinosaur Park has been the best day out ever. The end. Peppa Pig Dentist Trip. Every morning, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
George, are your teeth as clean as mine?
Peppa asks, showing off her clean white teeth. You both have lovely clean teeth. I'm sure the dentist will be very happy, calls out Daddy Pig. Later that day, Peppa and George are at the dentist, waiting for their checkup. It is George's first visit.
Peppa, George, the dentist will see you now,
says Miss Rabbit, the nurse. Hooray! They both cheer. This is Dr. Elephant, the dentist. Who's first? He asks.
I'm first, replies Peppa. I'm a big girl. Watch me, George.
Open wide, please, orders Dr. Elephant softly. Ah! Peppa opens her mouth as wide as she possibly can. Let's take a look, says the dentist, checking Peppa's white teeth with a mirror. There, all done. What lovely clean teeth, cheers Dr. Elephant. Now you can have the special drink. Peppa spits the pink liquid out into the sink. It's George's turn next. George does not want it to be his turn, so the dentist lets him hold Mr. Dinosaur.
all done. You have very strong, clean teeth, George, smiles Dr. Elephant. But wait, what is this? Cries Dr. Elephant. George has very clean teeth, but this young dinosaur's teeth are very dirty. Now water jet, please, Miss Rabbit, orders the dentist. He uses the water to clean Mr. Dinosaur's teeth. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Pink! Cries George, picking up a glass. That's right, George, says the dentist. Mr. Dinosaur needs some special pink drink. Gosh, what shiny teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur, cries Miss Rabbit. Dinosaur! Arr! Snorts George. George loves Mr. Dinosaur, especially now that he has nice, clean teeth. The end.
Peppa Pig, Daddy's Old Chair. Read it yourself with Ladybird. Chair, Peppa, Madame Gazelle, Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig, Jumble Sale. We have to buy a new school roof, says Madame Gazelle. We will have a jumble sale to make money.
Wow!
Peppa gives her toys to the jumble sale to make money. I will give this toy too, says Peppa. You can give this old chair, Daddy, says Peppa. No, this is a very good chair, says Daddy Pig. Peppa gives all the toys to Madame Gazelle. You can have this old chair too, says Mummy Pig. Peppa, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig go to the jumble sale.
Wow!
Peppa's friends go too. Daddy's chair is at the jumble sale. It looks very old. Peppa looks at all the toys with her friends. Her old toy looks very good. I will buy my old toy back, says Peppa. All her friends buy their old toys back too. I will buy this chair, says Daddy. It will look good with the old one. No, it is the old one, says Mummy Pig. Oh, it was a lot of money, says Daddy Pig. Good, says Madame Gazelle. We have made a lot of money.
Wow!
We can buy a new school roof. The end. Peppa Pig, read it yourself. Going boating. Peppa, Miss Rabbit, boat. Emily Elephant, Danny Dog, Captain Dog, Pedalo. Peppa and her family are going boating. Boats, come and get a boat here, says Miss Rabbit. Not these boats, says Daddy Pig. We would like one of these easy ones, please. These pedalos are easy, says Mummy Pig. I would like a pedalo, please, says Daddy Pig. Peppa and her family all get into the pedalo. You will have to pedal, says Miss Rabbit. Emily Elephant and her family are going boating too.
We would like this one, please,
says Daddy Elephant. Daddy Dog and Captain Dog are going boating too.
Wow!
We would like this one, please, says Captain Dog. Everyone is boating. You have to pedal, Daddy, says Peppa. This is not so easy, Daddy Pig says. All of the boats are here. Hooray! It is time for a picnic. Everyone loves picnics. It's time to come in, says Miss Rabbit. So, who will get back first, says Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig pedals and pedals. This is not easy at all, he says. It is Captain Dog who gets back first. I love boating, he says. Everyone loves boating. The end. Peppa Pig. Peppa plays rugby. Peppa, George and Daddy Pig are visiting the Rabbit family. Daddy Pig and Daddy Rabbit are watching a rugby match on television. Come on, white team, shouts Daddy Pig. Come on, red team, cries Daddy Rabbit.
It's a bit loud in here,
Rebecca Rabbit tells Peppa.
let's go and play somewhere else.
Peppa, George, Rebecca and Richard Rabbit leave the living room.
Our daddies are being very noisy today,
says Peppa. Suddenly the children hear more loud sounds.
Oh no, gasped Rebecca. Now the babies are awake.
The noise from the rugby match woke them up, says Mummy Rabbit, holding Rosie and Robbie Rabbit. Oh no!
Do you like watching rugby too?
asked Peppa. I like playing rugby, says Mummy Rabbit. My sister and I are quite good.
Wow!
Can you show us how to play,
Please, asked Peppa.
What a great idea,
says Mummy Rabbit. Mummy Rabbit phones her sister, Miss Rabbit. She comes straight over. Hello, says Miss Rabbit.
You all look like you're ready to play rugby.
Yes, shout Peppa, George, Rebecca and Richard.
Let's start by passing the ball,
says Mummy Rabbit. Mummy Rabbit passes the ball to Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit passes it to Richard. Oh! cries Richard as the ball falls to the ground and bounces back up into the air.
This ball is a funny shape,
says Peppa.
It makes it hard to catch.
Don't worry, says Miss Rabbit. You can kick it instead.
Wow!
George gives the ball a kick. Then Rebecca grabs it and starts running.
Keep going,
says Mummy Rabbit.
You can get a try.
Try's like a goal, explains Miss Rabbit.
Wow!
The daddies come out of the burrow. The The match on television has finished, says Daddy Pig. Now we can cheer you on. Everybody has lots of fun throwing and kicking the ball. After a little while, it starts to rain. Oh no! Cries Peppa. Do we have to go inside? No, says Mummy Rabbit smiling. Rugby is even more fun when it's wet outside. Mummy Rabbit passes the ball to Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit catches it and slides through a muddy puddle. Sploosh! Come on, she calls. Everyone join in! The children have lots of fun in all the rain and mud. What a great match, cheers Daddy Pig. Hooray for the rugby players. Peppa loves rugby. Everyone loves rugby. The end. Peppa Pig, Grandpa Pig to the rescue. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George for a ride on his little train, Gertrude. Gertrude has rubber wheels so we don't have to go on train tracks, says Grandpa Pig.
Wow!
I love Gertrude, says Peppa. Miss Rabbit is in her big train, taking the grown-ups to work. Morning, Grandpa Pig, calls Miss Rabbit. Out on your toy train again. Gertrude is not a toy. She is a miniature locomotive, says Grandpa Pig. The big train is going very fast. It can go much faster than Gertrude. Oh no, the big train has broken down. Gertrude catches up with Miss Rabbit's big train. You need to get yourself a train that doesn't break down like Gertrude, says Grandpa Pig. That's a good idea, says Miss Rabbit. I'm borrowing your little train. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. All the passengers climb into Gertrude and Grandpa Pig is left behind. Oh no! Mrs. Cow is waiting for the train at the next station. Has the train shrunk? asked Mrs. Cow. No, this is a toy train, says Miss Rabbit. Gertrude is not a toy train. She is a miniature locomotive, says Peppa. There's a traffic jam on the road, so Miss Rabbit takes a shortcut.
Bonk, bonk.
Hello, ducks, calls Peppa as they ride past the duck pond. Gertrude might not be very fast, but at least she can ride on the grass. Gertrude crawls up the very steep hill.
Wow!
You can make it, cheer the passengers. Gertrude reaches the top of the hill very slowly. By the time she reaches the last station, it will be time for everyone to go home again. Back down the line, Grandpa Pig is trying to mend the big train. Grandpa Pig loves mending things. So many interesting bits and bobs, says Grandpa Pig, but can he put them back together again? Finally, Gertrude reaches the station, and so does Grandpa Pig with the big train. You've mended it, says Peppa. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. Everyone gets in the big train ready to go home. Off we go, says Miss Rabbit.
Stop!
Cries Peppa.
What about Gertrude? We can't leave her behind. Don't worry, we can take the toy train as well,
says Miss Rabbit. She uses a crane to hoist Gertrude into the big train.
Wow!
Gertrude is not a toy,
says Grandpa Pig.
We know,
says Miss Rabbit.
She is a miniature locomotive.
Miss Rabbit drives all the passengers and Gertrude home. Everyone agrees that Gertrude is the best miniature locomotive in the whole world.
Gertrude is the best train in the whole world,
says Peppa. The end. Peppa Pig Canal boat. Today, Peppa and George are visiting the dog family to celebrate Captain Dog's birthday. His cake has a sailing boat decoration on it.
Open your present,
says Mummy Dog. It's a boat trip, says Captain Dog. That's just what I wanted. Captain Dog puts on his captain's hat and daydreams about their trip. You can go anywhere you want with a sailing boat, says Captain Dog. He imagines sailing to a beautiful tropical island. Then Captain Dog imagines spotting a big blue whale from his sailing boat. He can't wait for the adventure to begin.
Wow!
All aboard! Cries Captain Dog. He tries to raise the sail, but he can't see it anywhere. Canal boats do not have sails.
Just push the button to make it start,
says Mummy Dog. Oh, I see. Off we go, says Captain Dog. Captain Dog decides to go faster.
You should slow down,
says Mummy Dog. They are getting close to a mountain.
Look out,
shouts Peppa.
We're going to crash. No, we're going into the tunnel,
says Mummy Dog calmly. It is exciting inside the tunnel.
Wow!
It's gone all dark,
gasped Danny.
And our voices sound funny,
says Peppa. This canal boat is fun after all, says Captain Dog. Soon they approach a second mountain. There must be another tunnel, says Captain Dog.
Actually, we're going over it this time,
says Mummy Dog.
We call this a lock.
Carefully, Captain Dog stops the boat.
Watch, I'll show you,
says Mummy Dog. She opens up the gates to the lock. And Captain Dog drives the boat in. Then Mummy Dog closes the lock gates and lets the water pour in slowly from the other side.
We're going up,
gasped Peppa. The boat is lifted up as the lock fills with water. Mummy Dog opens the gates and Captain Dog drives the boat out of the lock.
We're in the sky,
shouts Peppa.
We're sailing over a bridge,
says Danny.
Wow!
I've sailed through the mountains and across the sky, says Captain Dog. This is my best birthday ever. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.